Hi guys, Jackie here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to apply your gloss. If you are returning from the last video and you've just shampooed your single process out, then this is where you'll continue. If you've just decided to do the gloss, then you'll have shampooed your hair, no conditioner, mixed your formula up, and you'll be ready to apply your gloss with us here today. So what you're going to want to do is take your towel off. You've got your hair just damp enough where it's not dripping water anymore. It's still wet, but you can tell it's not pouring any water out. You're gonna wanna comb through. And so applying the gloss is pretty easy. You're gonna be putting it on similarly to how you would conditioner if you put like a lot of conditioner on and got it everywhere, but we are still going to apply it in sections to make sure that the saturation is appropriate. So once you've got your hair combed all the way out, the best way to do it is to start from the underneath. That'll be the easiest. So you wanna take like decently small sections, not a ton of hair. It's the first few inches of my hairline, and then clip the rest of it out of the way. Get your gloves on. And the gloss will spread pretty easily through damp hair. So you do want to scoop it up and make sure that you're using a generous portion, but you don't want to accidentally use all of it on the underneath of your hair. So you want to start with just like a few fingers scoop and begin to work it through. And you'll feel as you're applying that it's fully saturated. You can tell pretty easily. And for those of you who have just colored your root, and even for those who have not colored their root and are just doing the gloss, you don't need the gloss to be super saturated at the root. That's why we're able to get away with larger sections. You are gonna wanna comb every section through. If you don't have as wide tooth a comb, that's okay. Don't use anything super tight. Even a brush is all right if you need to use a brush. So then drop another section down at about the top of the ears. And again, clipping this one out of the way. Same thing as before, you're gonna just do like a few finger scoop, nothing crazy. Get it on both of your hands and go ahead and work through that next section. Making sure that you're getting it all over. I'm kind of raking it through with my fingers, and I'm marrying the two sections together because the nice thing is, since the gloss does spread so easily, anything that's extra on that previous section is going to saturate into that next section. And again, comb through it. Now it's not so saturated that there are glops coming off, but you can tell it's everywhere. And then you'll continue on like that. I find it easier to keep my sections coming up the back of the head. So now I'm just doing like an arced section this way. And again, same thing. Now I'm going to start to include some of the hair from the front. And I'm at about the top of my head. But like I said earlier, this one you are using larger sections. So you don't need to be as meticulous, but you do want to make sure that you're not skipping anything and you're getting it everywhere. So when the section is wide like this, from one side of the head to the other, I typically split them in half. And I'll begin on one side, working my way towards the center, and then repeat the same action on the other side. And if it starts to feel kind of like you're pulling through your hair, grab a little bit more product and apply. You should be able to glide through your hair really easily. So now we'll repeat that same action on the next side. And don't forget, comb it through. Now I've just parted straight across that section, that whole top of the head section, and I've got a bit back here, and I'm gonna save this for my last application. We had a little rogue one. It's okay, we'll bring him in on this. And again, combing it through, marrying all of those previous sections. Okay. So now, even though this section isn't that big, I am gonna just pop my bangs out of it and start with the section behind. So we're not neglecting the roots. We're just not going to be making ourselves crazy about them. Not the best look for my bangs. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this last little section. And even if you don't have bangs, it is good to take slightly smaller sections in the front. Okay, I'm gonna comb through everything. And at this point, if you have any additional product in your bowl, you can go ahead and apply that a little bit more freely, because now you know that everything is well saturated, but we definitely don't want to be wasting product. So if you've got it, add it in there. So I've got a little bit left in my bowl. I'm gonna scoop it up, get it all over my hands. I'm actually gonna start at the mids and bring it through to those ends. And then kind of climb my way up to the roots. And do the same thing on this side. I already applied at the mids, but I had a little extra in the bowl. So now I'm gonna climb up to those roots. And I'll comb through one last time. Okay, so now you've got your gloss on, you can grab your clips, twist it up, or you can put your processing cap on. I'm gonna use my clips. And now you can go chill for the next 15 to 20 minutes. When you are done with your gloss, since you've already shampooed, you're not going to shampoo again. You're gonna rinse thoroughly and apply some conditioner. Make sure you rinse real well. You're going to scrub it almost as if there was conditioner, or I'm sorry, shampoo on your hair. You're gonna scrub it. Make sure that you get all that color out. When the water begins to run clear, then you can go ahead and put some conditioner on, rinse it, and you're good to go with your fresh roots and your fresh gloss. So thank you again for joining and for being a part of the Takamichi at home color. Bye guys.